So I got an important message for you today. Just like you hear those sirens going off in the background, it's an emergency that you got to hear this, because this is going to change your financial future. This is going to change your outlook on what it is to accumulate wealth. And the main goal that you have to have in your mind is getting better. So in America, if you live in America, I have to tell you some sad news. You're not poor. You are not poor. America is the only country on earth, to my knowledge, where you can be poor and still be overweight. Okay, so let that sink in. And I know it doesn't have to do with a matter of hunger, because there's a lot of things that we ingest that are not good for us, especially in the US. So I understand that part. But what I'm saying is, it's the resources that we have. Because if you have resources to get food to feed yourself, there's resources to make money. And there has to be. And I'm going to tell you why. I didn't do any research. This is just off the top of the brain. I'm going to tell you why. If places are giving out, or if there's some type of helping hand that's going to lend you or give you something for free or as a handout, that means that behind the scenes they need people to make it work, and it's getting paid somehow, right? So that means that the country is making enough money. They're taking enough taxes from people, okay, and getting tax breaks or whatever it is, but they're collecting money, because the government don't have their own money. Okay, they don't use their own money, they use our money. So if enough money is getting pumped enough into the system, to the point where they can take care of people with all the resources that we have, certain benefits, I don't want to say the names, but there's certain benefits that we have. There's certain cash give outs. There's certain programs that help you with your rent. There's food trucks, there's pantries, there's nonprofit organizations, there's companies that help out with medical bills. And nowhere else in the country is it really like this. You might have some European countries that are similar, and they have it good too. But in America, man, I just think we have it the easiest, and but we complain the most. So, and I'm guilty of it. I'm not putting blame or bashing anyone. I'm not here to condemn you, but I'm just here to tell you that I fall victim to it too, and we all need to understand and get it through our thick skulls. Really, to really understand how important this is, because we're taking it for granted, and that's like the worst thing. We have education, we have running water. Did you have to wake up today and go walk miles to go and get water with a bucket, and then have to walk miles back to bring it back home on foot? I don't think so. So you are lucky, you are rich, because you have a fridge to keep your food cold, where you could go to the grocery store and you can have food that could last you for weeks or even months on end. And just the conveniences that we have today, cars, we have social media, we have technology, we have, you want to know anything, you have Google at the tip of your fingers, you have AI now. And if there's anyone out there right now, if you're watching this video and you have the mentality that you're poor and that you have no chance, please stop it. Please do yourselves a favor, because that's not going to change anything. So if you really want to be rich, if you really want to create a business, that way you can have passive income where you don't have to work a 9 to 5. You can enjoy life, and you can spend that extra time on studying on your next move to make, to increase your income little by little. It just happens. And if you want that life, you got to get over that mindset, number one, because in America, you're so lucky. So what you got to do now, start looking for the resources. You know, a lot of people have different situations. A lot of people have kids. A lot of people don't have kids. If you don't have kids, you have an advantage. A lot of people will tell you differently, but you do have an advantage, okay? Um, and I'm talking to the camera, you know, like this, and it's different. I usually have it the other way. So you just gotta you gotta go search for the resources. There's resources out there where you can get. Um, uh, when I'm saying resources, let me say this first. When I'm saying resources, I'm talking about places that are gonna get you a source of income and extra revenue. I'm not talking about the free handouts now. I'm talking about there's things out, man. There's loans that you can get. If you get an LLC and you open up a business, you can get a loan through the bank under your EIN number, which is attached to your LLC. And you could get, you know, 20,000, 30,000, depending on the business. You could get even more than that. You know, I think up to like $150,000. And we have so many resources where we're not limited. So we have to start putting our minds and start making it unlimited and knowing that there is no limits here, especially in America. We just got to keep going. You got to keep striving and get over the pleasures and desires that we all fall victim to, and you know that I'm working on. But we all need to work on them. We need to conquer that, because without conquering it, we're not going to be able to succeed. We're not going to be able to do the things that make us uncomfortable in the meantime, but later on it's going to benefit us and help us actually relax. It'll be like retirement. How do you want to retire? You want to retire on a salary that you get paid, or you want to retire with wealth that you'll never have to worry about money again? So just count your blessings and understand that if you live in America, you're very blessed. If you're living anywhere in Europe, you're blessed. Anywhere in the West, almost, you're blessed to have all of these luxuries that a lot of people in the world don't have. And just do what you gotta do, man, and get out of that broke mentality, that broke mindset. Wake up and hold it down, because you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, and you owe it to the Most High. So just do right. And if you need any help, man, you know where to find your help at. Message me on here, on socials, send me a text, whatever it is. And yeah, man, let's do it and get to work. Stop playing those games.